Kosternaya tested Eteri's methods on herself, and openly told the world about them. In Russian society, apart from the radical fans of Eteri Tutberidze, there has long been no debate about whether the methods of the best coach in the world are humane. Disagreements concern only how rigidity and exactingness are justified when working with children. And while some are outraged by the tyranny and inhumanity of Tutberidze, others argue that otherwise dominance in sports cannot be achieved. Moreover, Eteri supporters have an ironclad argument. If children are really tortured in Krystalny, then why hasn't one of the stars of the school yet exposed the coach, called a spade a spade? Rather, this argument was, but evaporated after the interview with Alina Kosternaya. European champion, multiple world record holder and Grand Prix winner, called a spade a spade. The conveyor is a conveyor, and Tutberidze is the snow queen. A few things need to be clear right away. Firstly, Kosternaya is in no way connected with Tutberidze at the moment, which unties her hands and tongue. Secondly, Elena now, unlike the period of work with Plushenko, has no reason to be offended by Eteri or take revenge on her. Thirdly, any attempt to defend Tutberidze in this situation is nothing more than following a cult. Simply because Elena does not attack the famous specialist and does not insult her. Eteri Tutberidze is the extraction of results by any methods, because the conveyor. This one is broken, the next one is coming. I'm not saying it's bad. They have such methods of work, they all have their own. Someone leads one athlete from the age of 15 to 30, and someone from 15 to 18. Kosternaya told RIA Novosti Sport. This is not said by a person from the side, but by a girl who, in the Tutberidze system, reached the top in women's single skating. Which knows all the pros and cons of the headquarters inside and out. Which was humiliated throughout the country, if only to return to a tough and ruthless system that gives results. If the words of the conditional Daria Paninkova or other students of Tutberidze, who never reached big victories, can still be attributed to envy, then why envy Kosternaya? Why, of all the champions of Tutberidze, only Kosternaya decided on such revelations? Because everyone's character is different, and Elena is already out of the system. Which means that Eteri does not act on her like a boa constrictor on a rabbit. How exactly? Yes, like this. Eteri Georgievna Tutberidze is called the Snow Queen. I remember when she went out on the ice, she looked around so that it became really dumb. The first 2 years at Krystalny, when she appeared, I clung to the board, I was afraid to do something wrong. This stern look of hers, posture, and I just... help. Says Kosternaya. Invented. Lying. Does it scare? Oh, sorry, why? She says in plain text that, understanding the essence of the system, she returned for the sake of the result. And endured all the excesses for the sake of the result. This is the essence of the deal. Every girl should understand that if she breaks, she will be replaced by the next one. Because the system cannot depend on 1, 2 or even 3 skaters. The system must win. And here it doesn't matter at all whether Agitova, Medvedeva, Shcherbakova, Valieva, Akateva and their heirs will ever talk about it. But their silence does not mean at all that the outstanding figure skater Elena Kosternaya is lying. She called a spade, for which many thanks to her. What do you think? Write in the comments.